Are you that person that sends a massive, huge text and explanation when you're trying to explain something and just one sentence would have done? Or maybe you meet somebody and you end up telling that person your whole life story. You just want people to understand. Meet Smudge. We're going to explain in this video why that's happening and what reparenting technique you can use in order to make your inner child feel safe. So Smudge is a part of me. And Smudge is the part of me that tried to get people to understand me for years and years and years because of what happened to me when I was a child. And my greatest wish was that if I explained myself well enough, people would love me, accept me exactly as I am. Most people think over-explaining is actually just somebody talking way too much. They're anxious or they're just being annoying. And how many times do you see that? You see comments on YouTube where someone's written 3 or 4 paragraphs or they've written massive amount of sentences. And what's happening is that version of you, which we call Smudge here, is just trying to be seen and heard and accepted for who they are. And what's that, Smudge? You really hope that people won't leave you if they understand you. Oh, well, what Smudge has just shared there is that's actually the wound, and that's actually why you are over-explaining. You truly are hoping that people massively hear you, and that's why you over-explain. But it's just a trauma response, and it's something through reparenting that we can actually fix. So why is this happening in your life right now? That's because when you were a child, you never felt heard, you never felt seen, and you never felt justified. And you have been told little girls are seen and not heard, or all kinds of sayings by your parents. And this isn't dissing your parents, okay? This is just, you use over-explaining now as a way of trying to make right what happened back then. The child in you learned that they must justify themselves, prove themselves, and constantly seek that explanation that is needed to make themselves feel fully heard. And how does that play out in your life now? You are that person who texts way too much information. You are that person who meets someone in the supermarket and you tell them every single thing about your life. You're that person who over-explains decisions and you over-explain why it is you are doing what you are doing. And yeah, it's so frustrating, right? And you know you're doing it, but you just can't stop it. Let me tell you, that is because that is your inner child in control at that moment. And they are stuck back in that moment, back in time. And your job, you need to learn how to free them from that moment. What's that, Smudge? You want to say? What if they think you're bad? Is that what you believe, Smudge? Oh, Smudge, let's give you a cuddle there. You're not bad. You don't need to over-explain yourself, little man. It's okay. I've got you. And then what's happening to you as an adult is you might want to say something like, I'm just going to take Friday off. But then what happens is you go, I'm going to take Friday off because I've got to go and do this. I've got to go and do that. And I really just need some time. I'm really exhausted. I'm really tired and I'm really fed up. And I just need some time for me. When actually what you could have said was, I'm just going to take Friday off. What's that, Smudge? You want to say something? Ah, you want people to know that it's because you're not lazy. Ah, got you, Smudge. Thank you for sharing that. And then if you're a woman and you are upset with somebody, be that your kids or your partner, what you'll do is you will rant on and something like this. You'll be like, well, if only you went and did this and you went and did that and I just need some help and I'm exhausted and I'm tired and I've just had like pretty much enough. And just why can't you help me? Like, I just really, really need some support. I really need some help. Like, can anyone hear me? Can anyone understand me? Am I the only person talking to myself? And that seemed like a bit of a TED talk, didn't it? Hey, when actually, what's that, Smudge? You want to make sure that they're not angry with you. Oh, is that why you just said all those things to your kids, all about what you're doing, is it? So that they're not angry and they can understand you. Ah, thank you, Smudge. And then when we're in a relationship, what we tend to do is we tend to ask for so much help and so much support. And we say things like, if only you could understand me, like, why don't you get me? Why don't you understand me? And what we do in a relationship is we go on and on and on and on and on. And what is it, Smudge, you want to say? Ah, you want them to know that it's not actually your fault. Ah, okay, got ya. Thank you for that, Smudge. So what you're actually doing is you're saying all of those examples because there's a father wound deep inside of you. And that father wound isn't your fault, is it, Smudge? No, it's not your fault. And what we want you to know is the father wound plays out in your life because that's why you feel not seen, not heard. And that's why you constantly seek validation. And that's why you will post and you will share your life online and you're over-explaining. And the reason being, you never learned what it was like to feel safe or feel heard or feel seen as a child. That's why you're over-explaining. And that's why you're spending hours and hours rereading text, looking over things. Because your dad's job back then was actually to make you feel safe, seen and heard. And he didn't. And regardless if you grew up with a dad or if you didn't grow up with a dad, there was a male provider in your life who should have made you feel safe, seen and heard. And if he didn't, that's why that's playing out in your life right now. And what you're doing continuously is you are constantly seeking approval. You are constantly seeking validation. And it's tiring, right? I get it. I used to be you. I really did. I used to spend hours explaining stuff to people over and over. I used to make people go around in circles. And I used to test people in relationships. And all because I had a massive father wound. I bet that's you too, right? That's why you clicked on it. What's that you want to say, Smudge? Maybe if people understand you, they'll finally accept you for who you are. Is that what you believe, Smudge? You believe that if you explain enough, that people will finally love you and accept you for the way you are? Oh, little man, is that what you believe to be true? Oh, buddy, I'm sorry you believe that. Now, Smudge, what I'd like you to understand is that some people can hear you. Some people do know what you're saying. But unfortunately, they're just choosing not to hear you. And I want you to know that that is okay. It's okay that people don't understand you. But I want you to know my role in helping you reparent is to learn that it is okay to be yourself and that you don't need to over-explain to me. You want to cuddle? Ah, that's okay, beautiful little man. Now listen, can I help you? I want you to know, Smudge, you don't need to convince everybody. Okay? I hear you perfectly well when you talk to me. And Smudge, I want you to know that your feelings are valid, even if no one else gets them. You have feelings, and whatever you feel, that is totally okay. And I also want you to know, little guy, that people can understand you. They can. And I want you to know that you don't have to keep explaining all the single time, every single time that you want to over-explain. I want you to know, little guy, that that is okay. And that some people will get you and some people won't. But I want you to know what is really, truly important is I will always listen. I will always promise from this day forth to make you feel safe, seen and heard, little guy. You want to give me a cuddle? Oh, little man, thank you. However, Smudge, there's something else I want to share. I want you to know, little guy, that even if someone disagrees with you, that it is totally okay and you're still going to be safe. You don't need to worry whether someone agrees with you or not. Let me remind you, I will always hear you. I will always understand you. And I promise I will always keep you safe, little man. Okay? Now, this might sound weird and this might sound strange that I'm doing this with a bear, but this is exactly what you need to be doing with your inner child. So when you are over-explaining, you learn and you can use a visual cue or a visual aid, just like Smudge, to actually reparent. Because I want you to know that your inner child sees and experiences every single thing that you do at exactly the same time that you are. So whatever you're watching on TV, when you get massive anxiety or you get a text and you're like, oh my God, I need to over-explain everything. Your inner child is seeing every single thing that you see at the same time as you. That also goes for your phone. Every single thing that you put on a phone or you watch or you see, I want you to know that Smudge here, he sees it exactly the same time as you. Because, you see, your inner child is living inside of you 24/7. They don't go to sleep. They never stop watching until you actually learn to reparent your inner child. So let's look now at a healed conversation and how would that look? And let's teach Smudge how we're going to actually heal so that Smudge doesn't over-explain. So, little man, I want you to think about what is it you would like to do today? What is the biggest thing that you would love to do? Okay, let me stop you there. Okay. Thank you for telling me that you wanted to go out and you wanted to walk the dogs, you want to go and do this and you want to make sure you have pie, mashed potato, peas. How about, Smudge, rather than you over-explaining and telling me so many things, and I want you to listen to me, little man, okay? You could simply have said, you just want to spend the day with me and the dogs, couldn't you? Oh, Smudge, you don't have to worry. Oh, you don't have to be sorry, little man. That's okay. Hey, listen, okay? I want you to know that it's going to take some time, sweetheart, okay? It is really going to take some time to get the hang of not over-explaining. But I want you to know my job as your daddy, because my name is Kel and I'm 46 years old, but I like to think of you as your daddy, okay? My job is to make sure that just when you over-explain, how about rather than me stopping you, and Smudge, I need you to listen, so you need to stand up just here, okay? And he is listening, okay, I promise you. He's got his listening ears on. Do you remember that when you were a kid, hey? So Smudge, one of the ways I would really like to help you, young man, is I would like to create a visual cue. So that if we are in public, because we're going to go out in public loads and you're going to be seen lots and lots around Derby in the UK, okay, I want you to know that if you end up over-explaining, and can you listen to me? That's it, just look at me, sweetheart, in the eyes. Good boy, okay. How about if I think that you're over-explaining way too much, how about I just rub your arm? Because you see, if I rub your arm, that's me going, hey, sweetheart, just grounding you, letting you know that you are okay and you don't need to over-explain yourself. And that means I'm not making you look silly or stupid. I'm actually helping you, Smudge. How does that sound? That sounds good. Do you need to do anything? No, Smudge. My role as your parent is to actually help you. My job isn't to tell you off, sweetheart. My job isn't to have a go at you. And I know, okay, I know people used to tell you off and have a go at you all the time. And people used to be really nasty and horrible to you. I know, sweetheart, but I want you to know that we can't keep living in the past. What's really important is that we're here today and that we are safe. Okay? So for you, the person watching this, the next time you over-explain, try a visual cue, whether you stroke your face, you rub your arm, or you do something. But I want you to know that when you do go to over-explain, pause. Is that you over-explaining the adult? Or is that actually your inner child that is over-explaining through you? Because just like Smudge here, Smudge was never seen or heard when he was a child. So when it comes to over-explaining, I want you to know that it's going to take some time. But this is about you learning to be soft and gentle with yourself and your inner child and helping her listen and helping her understand and not being hard on her. Your inner child's wish, just like Smudge, is that she learns to feel really safe and secure inside of herself. And that's going to happen through safety and being seen. And for me, safety, well, that's consistency. So you see, you're going to be seeing a lot of Smudge right now. And Smudge is going to help you massively learn how to reparent your inner child. And Smudge, before we go, I just want to share just a little something with you. So Smudge, just to go over what we just talked about today, I want you to know that when you feel like you want to over-explain, hey, it's okay, little guy, it's all right. Just sit back from me a little bit, okay? I want you to know that when you feel like you really want to over-explain, I am going to rub your paw just there, okay? And what that is that's me saying that's enough right now. And then what we'll do when we come home, we can have a cuddle, okay? And then we can understand why we over-explained, and then we can look to try not and do that again. Because your job is not to be cold, it's not to be distant, it's not to cut yourself off. Your job is to just understand exactly why you're doing what you're doing and know that you can learn to stop over-explaining, especially when you connect to your own inner child. Anyway, Smudge is going to wave you goodbye, and me, Kel, is going to say goodbye. And I really hope this video has helped you in some way.